was Sunday. We actually went up to Clearwater up the road here and parked the bus where you can put the dog in the bus. The dog's a big blue dog that's on the back.
Right.
And 63 feet we drive around in. So we're going to find specific parks for specific areas to be able to do that. So yeah, went to the beach, watched the sunset, and worked on a bit of social media yesterday. So yeah, it's a good day.
Tell me about this. I know you're not running around in suit and tie. You're in your HydroDog gear on your mission, doing your thing, running across the U.S. washing dogs, right?
Yep.
But in many times successful entrepreneurs put on different outfits, different uniforms in order to play different roles. So it talks about, like, we all talk about how many hats that we may wear at any given time to make sure that things come together, right? It's not always that suit and tie, Mr. Proper. Sometimes we gotta rip it all off, get our hands dirty, grind it out, and do everything that nobody else will do. Would you agree?
100%.
So tell me, looking back, education-wise, some of these guys, part of BA, highly educated, highly successful. Some of these guys say, hey man, I was sitting in college and I said I had no time for it, and I just needed to get moving. I was impatient and I wanted to get out there and start making shit happen.
Right.
So from your perspective, looking back, formally educated or just kind of, school of hard knocks? Tell me about it.
I was school educated. Like, I actually repeated year 12. That was to make the England and France tour with rugby league that I played at. So I was very passionate about playing rugby league, like you wouldn't believe. From the age of 5 to 30, I played that, but had 2 professional years at 19 and 20.
Very cool. Very cool. So you finished high school.
I finished high school.
And then right out of high school, what did you do? You just said
I went straight to professional football.
Straight professional football.
Yeah.
And you were pretty good. I mean, you look like I would not want to. As a matter of fact, I have actually had a run-in with you, and I did not enjoy it.
Yes, we did have that moment together. Yes,
it's like hitting a 400-year oak tree. You just stop. What was your first little venture? What was the first thing you kind of sold? What was your little first gimmick?
I think I learned leverage at a really young age. So the old man used to have a guy clean the pool and mow the lawn. So I convinced him to give those jobs to me, but I went to school and bartered it out to the one that would sort of want to do it for the best price. So he was paying out $20 a week. I ended up paying someone $5 and I ended up getting the $15. So that's pretty much how that.
So you created a little arbitrage. Hey Dad, give me all the work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go redeploy some other talent.
I've been doing that since I was 15. Still do it to this day.
Yeah, I noticed how you do that. You do that very well. All right, cool. Tell me about this. Now we're going to go out there and we're going to look at the truck. We're going to take a look at the sponsors, the strategic partners, some of the personalities that you've got behind this mission. I mean, you've got some big personalities behind what you're doing. You literally, when you talk about bootstrapping it, you have put your big boy pants on.
No question.
And went to town. You're all in.
All in, 100%, yeah.
Being all in takes some guts, but you also have to think about who depends on you, right? So you've got people that depend on you. I see some of them are actually in the truck right now doing their schoolwork, right? So talk to me about this aspect of your mission, but you have the kind of personal side too.
I think the biggest thing is getting around the country that no one else has ever done what we're doing right now. We're traveling the country, 50 states, 200 cities, washing dogs at shelters and events and raising awareness for animal adoption. So we want to raise $1 million and save over 30,000 dogs' lives. The reason that sort of spanned into where it is today was a combination of a few things. When we came to America, I actually brought HydroDog, which is a big blue dog everybody will see in a minute, and very successful franchise in Australia. Over 200 of them. Started when I was 21, screamed up to 100 very fast. So we're very, very successful. Early on, got to a couple of hundred, and we sold it. Came to America, found my business partners, and after a year of building the franchise, I went back to Australia for a funeral, and they looked at the business in detail and said, "We're leaving too much money on the table. We want to corporatise." Now, in this business, you have to have skin in the game, because when it rains, the operators don't go to work. When they get drunk on Friday night, they don't turn up on Saturday, they're hungover. And when they get pregnant, the women, forget about it.
Right.
That's all about the baby, not about the business, so they walk away.
Right.
And I tried to explain this to the partner. I said, no, we've got enough capital to be able to filter through that experience. So they bought me out. A year and a half later, they ring up and they ask if I want to buy the business back because they're going into liquidation.
Interesting.
So I must say, out of everything that's happened to me in my life outside of my wedding and my 3 kids, that would have to be right up there as one of the most exciting. Now, it's because starting that business from nothing and to get it back pennies on the dollar was a very, very exciting moment. So this is what happened. Bring the big blue dog home. The kids have just seen those ads with the Humane Society.
Right.
Tear-jerking ads. Oh my God, just the worst. So they have a conversation with my wife that I didn't know about. You know, what can we do now? We've got HydroDog back. So in the middle of the night, the wife wakes me up, and I thought I was getting lucky. But no, she said, let's get a 40-foot RV. So I sort of lost and I won at the same time. So the RV, put the big blue dog on the back, and let's go around the country. Not many wives would come up with that idea, I'm going to tell you. Entrepreneurs love to separate the family and entrepreneurship. Some entrepreneurs work so hard so they don't have to spend as much time with their family. I know that's sad, but there are some wives out there that don't want their partners having 3 more beers than what they're meant to. There's a lot of scrutiny on what the real man is at the end of the day to get out and sort of pump his chest and be around all the blokes. And I think having that combination being so close, you do need to get out and have your moments, but it's tough to do that right now. Our focus is this next 12 months. We know exactly what's on the line and what we've got to do to get there. And I think one of the questions that I love hearing is, so what happens if you don't do the 50 states? But we're going to be doing the 50 states. Yeah, but what happens if you don't? There is absolutely no thought in my mind that we're not going to do the 50 states. So having it all packaged up in that bus, we do have to do things a lot differently to the average person. The kids are doing homeschool back to Australia. Like, they're not doing it here in the US, they're doing it back to Australia. They've got the Australian curriculum and the Australian platform that they're actually learning from. You know how tough that is? You think about, okay, get up in the morning, I have my breakfast, I go to the gym, I come to my meetings, I do this, but you know where you're going and what you're doing, so you can put everything into that. When you have no routine that's like it was, that's the biggest challenge, because I believe humans are creatures of habit with routine. And with the kids not being in a routine, there's a lot of anarchy that we have to control over that. So I'm getting back to your question about the habits. If you think about me not drinking for 12 months, like, I've got to tell you, you know, I work really, really hard Monday to Friday, but Friday, I just love that moment of just getting absolutely annihilated. I just can't tell you how much I love it. Now, to change that and to completely stop, this is 3 months, not that every day I'm ticking away or crossing it off, but that's a bigger focus and a bigger why for me, so I'm not even thinking about having a drink at all. But that's to your point, is that what are the habits that you get into? I think they can be changed in a heartbeat, and I know for a fact that they can, because routine is an extension of what your habits are at the end of the day. So when you don't have a routine, it's very hard to get into particular habits.
I like to actually use the word rituals.
Oh, that's
right?
a good word.
Yeah, you
That's
get
a good
your
word.
daily rituals that create that end result.
Yep.
Right? Here's a big one.
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready.
In what you're doing, it can be grueling. Talk to me about the mindset that you constantly have to place yourself in to keep everyone, including yourself, and everyone else on track.
All right, so there's a saying that I once heard, and it was years ago, and I didn't really understand until now. As far as the kids go, kids don't want quality time, they just want time. Now, understanding that too well, day in, day out with these guys, there are moments when they're around, but what they're learning is true entrepreneur hustle and true entrepreneur relationships at such an incredible age. These guys are blowing me away with conversations they're having with adults. It's amazing what they're listening to, and they know who I'm talking to on the phone. When I get off the phone, I go, oh, that was Mike. It's like I had this particular conversational tone with everyone that I never knew I had, but they tell me who I'm talking to. So I think there are so many benefits with that, but there are also a lot of sacrifices, because the kids aren't playing any sports, they're not going to regular schools. So with what they're sort of putting back as well, I mean, if you think about the Christmases with the families and all the traditional stuff, completely outward. There is no tradition at all that we're doing, because we're creating the new traditions. And I remember having the saying I live by in Australia, when was the last time you did something for the first time. That motivated me to almost premeditate the next day.
When is the last time you did something for the first time?
Yes, I live by that. Since I've been here in America and doing this thing, every single day is brand new. There's nothing I can promise you. When we wake up and do something the next day, we're in some other location or some other place or some other hurdle or some exciting news. It's different every day.
Interesting. I think I'm going to adopt that question here for some of the guys that are part of the group that we're interviewing to help get a little bit of understanding behind the mission, right?
Yeah.
But that's a good question.
Good.
I like that. When was the last time you did something for the first time?
Yes. This morning.
Talk to me about this. What do you think in the past your biggest mistake has been that you have decided to learn from?
See, I had a very deep conversation with my wife about this only 2 days ago. It's a little bit different, but it's having regrets. So my attitude to that is, it's not a regret if you enjoy doing it at the time. So I don't really have that mindset, and as far as mistakes go, I know it's there because obviously you did something wrong. Do you know where I'm going with that? So I do understand that there's a lot of crazy shit that I've done that there's so much of it that if I think about it, I'd go mental. So I don't know really how to answer that, other than when I know people are telling me that what I'm doing isn't right, then it's time to change and go a different direction. That's probably the best way to explain it.
Talk to me about some of the challenges that you face on a day-to-day basis.
On the tour?
Just, I mean, it can be interesting, funny, crazy, give me an idea. Just the challenges.
Well, let me give you one that's a little bit heart-wrenching, but it happens. These things happen a lot. There's so many hurdles, and I say to the kids, this is what's making you thick-skinned. This is the stuff. Like, if you think about minimalising, when we first started with that, everything was jam-packed because we thought we had to have everything. We now have 4 different places around the country with our shit in a storage shed or in a garage. So that's how minimal that we've actually got with this living quarters in here.
So 4 different places in different states?
3 different states.
4 locations, 3 different states.
Yep. Can you believe that?
So what happens when you go to move?
I think when we end up getting our home, we'll just get everything transported to that home. But I assure you, we'll go back through it and we'll just throw
everything. Yeah, you'll want new. Life is about progression.
It is, and it's, you know, the old story about filling the vacuum. You take it all out and then it ends up filling up. But I think the kids learning to minimise like this is going to be a huge asset for them as they get older, for sure.
Yeah, they're developing some skills, some interpersonal and social skills that are creating a foundation for them. That's going to create some real strength for them long term.
Oh, let me tell you one of my favourite things that I actually love the most about what I've learned. I was in North Carolina just after we did the Larry King interview, and the guy behind the bar said to me, "Where's your favourite place that you've been to?" And I said, "It's Pacific City, Oregon."
Yeah.
Oh my God! The bloke turned into a 4-year-old. He was telling me about the sand dunes and the bars, and I could correlate because I was recently there and we had this awesome conversation.
Yeah.
Then the penny dropped. The kids are going to all 50 states, over 200 cities, and the chances around the world when they hear an American accent, say, "Excuse me, where are you from?" I'm from Vegas in Nevada. We've been there. We stayed in the most beautiful place over there. They might say, "Oh, in New York, out the back." You wouldn't know where this place is called. Oh, is that upstate or whatever? Yeah. Oh my God, we've been there as well. So they're going to have that incredible influence for the rest of their life. They hear an American accent anywhere in the world, they're going to have a relationship instantly.
Well, as our friend Mr. Hideaki said, it's about being exposed, right?
Yes.
You just don't know until you're exposed, until you're involved. If you could travel back in time to day 1 of your startup and have 15 minutes with your former self to communicate any lessons you've acquired with the intention of saving yourself mistakes and heartache, what would you tell yourself?
Don't do the tour.
Pat her on the back and say, "Good one, honey."
Yeah, maybe next time. Let's just go
Come home. You could come home with a bus all labeled up with the thing behind it, and you can set it on the kitchen table.
Yeah. Or I might just say, "Oh, let's go for option 1 that I thought you were going to give me instead." Listen, I think because we haven't been able to emulate or follow anyone else's path, everything that we've done has led to this moment. So maybe getting into the strategic partnerships earlier with.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was going to help you with that. I was going to suggest that.
Yeah.
But I do agree with that.
Yeah, I think that would have saved us a ton of time and a lot less heartache.
Because the initial outset was a little bit of exploration, right?
It certainly was.
Yeah.
And I was very naive as well to think that because I was in the pet industry for 20 years, I could morph over to the rescue world and it's chalk and cheese. Two completely different
Is it to
it just completely like new areas, even though they're dogs, it's two completely different industries.
interesting?
It really is, yeah.
So the thing that you would have changed going back, especially on this mission or project itself, would be to bring on the partnerships and the relationships earlier on.
Yes, building the fans and building the following, because we were knocking on the doors and they'll go, this is great, but you don't have any social media following. Now we've got 100,000. What do you think people are doing? They're going, holy shit, you guys are valuable.
So talk to me about the relationships that you've needed and where have you found them and where have you secured and created these, the support system?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the board of advisors. That's where all of the real foundational opportunity presented itself. And there's one big reason why. It's the trust and the belief. Whereas people in the market that, and it is America, I've got to say, it's definitely the culture, is there's so much promised on the front end that people, I don't think their intentions are wrong, but they just put themselves out there and then they can't follow through and it becomes very frustrating. So coming to one of the board of advisor meetings, Mike Theodore with Math Aids, he came on as one of the gold sponsors right at the right time. And that gave me so much excitement. We ended up getting onto the Rachel Ray show because of this vibrational level I'm talking about. We got on the Rachel Ray show, then the Larry King team saw us, so we got on the Larry King event, interview, inside our RV. Larry King was inside our RV. Unbelievable. So then we do that. Then we end up getting in bed with these guys, wanting to do this reality show, doing a red carpet event with these guys in Vegas. He's going to get all his friends in the adoption world, the celebrities. All of that happened because of one thing that happened at your place was that vibrational level of the first real gold sponsor coming on board for me to open up this excitement for it all to trickle down the way that.
Yeah, I like to call it the kick in the pants.
Yeah, definitely was a kick in the pants.